Fly fishing is an incredibly rewarding and enjoyable way to spend time in nature. Anglers who participate in this sport are often very passionate about it due to the unique skills and techniques involved. While it does take some practice to master these techniques, the effort is well worth it for the experience of exploring pristine streams and catching beautiful fish such as rainbow and wild brown trout. As you become more experienced, you can also target other species like salmon. For those new to fly fishing, one of the best pieces of advice is to keep things simple at first. Start by learning the basics and allow your understanding and skills to grow naturally over time. This means understanding the species you're targeting, their feeding habits, and how to cast in various environments like rivers, streams, and lakes. To have a successful fly fishing experience, be sure to bring patience and a valid fishing license with you. These tips for beginners will help you get started on the right foot and enjoy all that fly fishing has to offer. Fly fishing tips for beginners. Number 1. Hire a guide. Fly fishing can be an exciting and rewarding experience, but it's important to have the right guidance when you're just starting out. That's why many first-time fly fishermen choose to hire a guide to help them learn proper techniques and avoid developing bad habits. A guide can offer basic tips and tricks to beginners and provide expert advice even to more experienced anglers who are exploring new waterways. They can offer casting tips to help with proper fly presentation and advise on fish handling and releasing them back into the water. When hiring a guide, it's important to ask for recommendations and look for guides who know the waterways well. An experienced guide will help you have a successful day on the water and provide you with valuable skills to take with you on your fly fishing journey. As for tipping, the norm is 20% of the cost of the trip, but you can always tip more. Number 2. Basic gear. If you're interested in trying fly fishing, there are a few essential pieces of gear you'll need to get started. The most important items to consider are a fly rod and reel, waders and boots, a selection of flies appropriate for the type of fishing you plan to do, and polarized sunglasses. The type of gear you'll need will depend on where you plan to fish, whether it be in tight spaces on a small stream or from the banks of a larger river. You'll want to make sure your rod is suited to the size and location of the water you'll be fishing in. For example, larger waterways will require a heavier rod and line. If you're new to fly fishing, it's a good idea to rent gear or borrow it from a guide before investing in your own equipment. As you gain experience and interest in the sport, you may want to upgrade your gear. However, it's wise to start small and test the waters a few times before making a larger commitment. Number 3. Stream fly fishing tips. Fly fishing in streams is a favorite activity for many anglers. Small streams offer a unique outdoor experience and the opportunity to fish in untouched waters. When fishing in streams, it's important to note that the fish you'll typically catch are on the smaller side. These fish can typically be found in cold water in northern states and at higher elevations in southern states. When searching for fish, look for areas such as pools, riffles, and runs, as these are common spots where fish congregate. Also, be mindful that when fishing from the bank or wading, the fish can see you, so it's important to move slowly and carefully to avoid spooking them. Number 4. River fly fishing tips. In fly fishing, being able to read the water is crucial in order to be successful. However, this skill is especially important when fishing in rivers that have strong currents and varying conditions. One key aspect to pay attention to is the presence of crease water. These areas, where fast-moving water meets slower water, serve as prime feeding grounds for fish and can greatly increase your chances of a successful catch. Number 5. Lake fly fishing tips. Fly fishing in rivers and streams can be a bit tricky for beginners, so if you're just getting started, consider heading to a stocked lake to practice. Fishing in a lake can be a great way to learn the basics of casting without the added restriction of a backcast. Plus, you'll have the opportunity to catch a variety of different fish species like bass, walleye, perch, and pike. As you gain more experience and confidence, you can then move on to more technical fishing spots like rivers and streams. Thanks for watching. To become familiar with fly fishing techniques, it is advisable to take a free class at a reputable establishment or watch online tutorials like this before heading out on the water. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. Leave a comment below with your thoughts and any other video ideas you'd like to see. And remember, a blessing to you and yours.